Hello, my friends.
Hello, everyone.
Our session today with Tracy, and tomorrow I will have a meeting with Diane from Diane's Tarot at 11:30 my time. So it's mountain time. So please.
I'll post a reminder on the community page, and then that way, if you have any questions that maybe you think that you'd like to see answered while they're doing their live, you can leave them there for Violetta to see.
To ask Diane.
Mm-hmm. I just want to do a quick apology. My computer, unfortunately, is not cooperating right now. I'm not sure if it's completely done or quite what. But anyways, if you didn't hear back from me this week, I do apologize, but unfortunately my computer's being difficult. So I have to write everything off my phone, and I had a hard time replying back. So thank you to everyone that did send in questions. I did get them. I just wasn't able to respond, unfortunately. And just as a reminder, if you want to send in questions for next week, you can send them to psychicvioletta.questions@gmail.com.
Thank you so much. And we will start it.
And just your weekly, remember, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, click the bell for notifications.
And actually, there are no notifications very often, so please look for me. Because my girlfriend probably 20 times, or more. She will have 2 good notifications, and then the third time she doesn't get notifications. So if
YouTube doesn't like to send them for some reason.
Not for me. I know for others they do, but not for me. So I'm complaining, and Tracy don't like when I'm complaining, but that's the case. So if
I just don't like it when there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah,
it's always frustrating when things get out of my hands. All right, my first question I have is from Laverne, who is asking, will the U.S. ever have universal health care?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Even if it will have it, it will be like old grandfather clock. Not too reliable, not too fast, standing most of the time broken. You might have it, but it's not going to be the greatest thing, but it will be. I don't know why I see grandfather clock as an answer, but that's what it is. And we have healthcare, but I'm kind of disappointed lately with the healthcare. So a lot of people will feel that they need extra support to make decisions for themselves because they don't like when people are taking decisions for them. You will have to wait and wait for that, and it will be negotiable, so eventually you will have it. And it's better to have than not to have it. So I'm always saying, if you have a grandfather clock, don't throw away. There is value there. It's just sometimes it's not working as good as standing and not moving forwards as fast or moving forward. So you need to repair all the time that damn thing.
Yes.
But they were, if it's working, it's working. So don't give up on the grandfather clocks. It's just be patient, and it's not perfect.
Nothing ever
is perfect, but it's better to have it than not to have it, and eventually Americans will have it, and it's not going to be working as Swiss clock.
From Carol. Lately, the Pentagon confirmed the video of flying spacecraft shaped like triangles to be UFOs. Are they actually UFOs, or are they drones from another country?
3 cards.
1, 2,
come on.
3.
It can be both. It can be drones and it can be UFO. I see the 2 coming together from 2 different directions, so I think some will be UFOs and we wouldn't know if they are UFO or drones or whatever. The UFO will be moving differently than the drones. It's still kind of hard journey ahead of us, and it will be just for fun sometimes that people will be making fun with UFO and then the Senate will have to allow the Pentagon information to come to the surface and for people to know more about the UFOs.
Okay, thank you for that question, Carol.
But they are UFOs, they are.
From Heather, if Don Don gave pocket pardons to family and allies who could turn on him, will at least some of the pardons be thrown out because of having been given corruptly to protect himself from criminal prosecution?
Ask Glenn Kirshner. I have to watch his every video.
2, 3.
And I'm getting notifications from him, so I know he is reaching to people, and he was saying once that will be a case if they can prove it, that it was corruption related, that they will be removed. Yeah, there will be a battle in the courts for that, family and friends, and it will be beginning of new adventure to prove it, and it will be dismissed because they were childish, not responsible.
All right.
The fool.
From Livia, will the people in Myanmar, I can say it in my head. Do you think I can say it out loud though? Myanmar, are they going to take their power back from the military?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
There will be a lot of struggle, a lot of battles. I see only battles. I can't see if where is the power, because it will be a lot of disarray. Eventually, that was all Burma, by the way. The country will stand up, there will be one leader, and closing paragraph of that destruction and starting a new thing. Death is always for the change, so eventually everything might come back to normal, but there will be a lot of... And I was walking like in a path, and they were fighting next to me, so I was kind of scared in my vision.
I do hope that they can win their democracy.
Yeah, but people are standing against the powerful people, powerful ones in the government.
Okay. My next one is from Lynn MF. I know we have contracts with others when we come into this life that we have to fulfill. Listening to Violetta last week, all of a sudden this thought pops into my head that George Floyd and Derek Chauvin agreed ahead of time to what happened in order to change how police killed and abused people of color. Is that true? Could they have had a kind of a contract before coming into this life to help make change?
And you know that Derek Chauvin again is fighting that
Yes.
his the court was he wants to be retrial. So 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
The arrow is going to that one point. It's possible that that's what is coming, and they are coming to this earth. But we will never be able to prove it, because from above the other side it's never written in a it's keeping the balance and sacrificing yourself and feeling sorry and making choices. So all about those things that the last moment there could change his whole destination. He could give up on that. Like when I was watching him, he was like in a trance, so cold, not responsive. I couldn't understand why he was like that. Maybe that's what it is, that
Somewhere inside him knows that it has to be done.
yeah. And who knows, karma is, and maybe that they had something from the previous life.
I love reading my own handwriting sometimes.
Welcome in the club.
Dara. Sorry, my R looks like an N for some reason, and my A looks like a Z, so clearly I was writing fast, apparently. Dara. Will there be a cure for autism soon? My 9-year-old daughter is autistic, and I always worry about her future.
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
It says in the reach, because I see a little toddler pulling the serviette over themselves from the table. So it is by the reach. It is possible to protect the kids, because when we have something on the table, we have to watch for the serviettes not to put them on when they are babies. So there will be some way of protecting the future babies from becoming autistic, and it is up to us to reach for it, just move it forward and grab it. There will be a good harvest, so they will be able to figure out, I don't know if it will be related to the people who already have that, how well they will be doing this, but they will be sharing the knowledge and information, so eventually there might be some new medications. I heard that for some kids the medication made out of marijuana is helping.
Or like the CBD
the oils,
CBD,
yeah, the oils. So it's possible that they will be able to find out that the cure for it related to simple medicine even.
Yeah. I know that it must be so challenging on both
But every
sides, like
child
being a
is
parent
different.
and trying to help your child, and as well as being the child and trying to figure out how to best communicate whatever place on the spectrum they might be. But I think the one thing that we can hold on to is knowing that every person, every child does have a place in this world and can find that success. And I think Dara, the fact that you care so much, you are going to help your daughter exponentially, and she will just succeed in
But
her life because of
not-
having your support.
Not to the same ones. Every child has different way of dealing with it. And so eventually there will be a better outcome. When I was a child, we had one neighbor in our villa. The parents were engineer and she was a doctor, and the daughter had that. They couldn't explain it. And the son was extremely high IQ, so it is unknown if some of those kids have extremely high IQ and they eventually are over IQ'd and going different direction. They have to figure out how to,
And for the time, just keep remembering that, you're their parents and they love you and you love them, and your support will do absolute wonders. And keep on to that research though, right? Like you always want to keep on with your research. Okay, my next one from Lynn. Will the U.S. ever reach herd immunity, and when?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Yes, eventually they will reach, and I see a symbol of the song is popular in Ulster Insurance, I think that is the song. You have the brain, I have the brain, you have the look, let's go make the money. So money is for security, for good outcome. I think eventually they will be able to. You know which one?
No.
I love it. It's going.
I'm trying from those lyrics to just pick it up, and I'm not doing so good.
It is really a good one. I will sing to you, but don't ask, because you will be sorry right away. Maybe not to the fullest extent, but some people will be very strong and independent, so there will be some good outcome.
Good. It's nice to hear positivity.
Yeah.
Another from Lynn. What will happen to Liz Cheney and Mitt Romney?
So first, Liz Cheney.
Okay. What will happen to Liz Cheney?
3 cards.
1.
And today, Don was pushing even more for her to be removed.
Yes.
3 cards.
1. 2. 3.
She will be symbol of, I see a symbol of Buddha for her. She will be calm, concentrated, relaxed, maybe not completely, but outside they will find her in the pose from the Buddha, meditating. So it is like the time doesn't exist when you are in the meditation. She will feel vulnerable, but those swords are not to hurt her. She can fight back. She can let herself free, because the chains are loose. The blindfoldness is for her to take it out. Good outcome will come out of it eventually, and she will be the privileged one. So I think she will peacefully wait with quiet demeanor, and then she will let it go. I know Pelosi wants her to, come on girl, stay with our group, join the Democratic Party, but I don't think she will do that. And that's probably the best choice for Liz Cheney to do it, because people will trust her, and she will be very, very strong, stronger than anyone else in her party, and she might be fighting for the presidency one day.
And what will happen to Mitt Romney?
Mitt Romney, 3 cards.
1. 2. 3.
He will be still speaking up to microphone, and it's a red microphone. I don't know, the fluffy red microphone when they had them in the 70s, kind of dust collector. You can use it as a taking dust. He was boo on the convention, poor guy, but he will be still fighting with his voice, with the devils. That will be good for him. He will be appreciated eventually, and people will be fairly judging him. I hope not. Some people will be judging him unfairly, and some fairly, but he will be judged.
Okay.
But he will be speaking up his mind.
My last one is from Jenny. Part of me wishes I kind of just should have read out maybe the whole email, but she was sending some very interesting things about how more bullets were found. Sorry, let me restart this. To do with JFK's assassination, more bullets were found than what were really reported, and to do with directions. It was a very interesting email. So her question is, was there more than one assassin who shot and killed JFK?
3 cards.
1. 2. 3.
I wouldn't be. I saw 3, so I don't know why I see 3. And they should. That time they couldn't prove the bullets were from which gun they were, because it was really hard. So if someone has a rifle, that they will consider that the same bullets were coming from. but I saw 3 people, so it was a good job done, that negative way, to assassinate him, kill him. And some of them went for quiet life, no one knows about them.
Okay, so she's...
And it's a beginning of discovery, so it's not over yet.
Right. So as a follow-up, then she asked, was the assassin part of the Mafia or the U.S. government or other?
Oh, 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
It looks like two were connected, kind of telescopic way. So it is not only one, not only government. It was Mafia and government kind of intertwined in a marriage, connected together. Mafia, the main thing, but we will learn more about the influence of on the papers from the government. He was not comfortable to Republican Party, and it's odd that he died in Texas, Dallas.
Crazy.
Okay.
Thank you for that question, Jenny.
It's just what I'm seeing. It is telescopic, and you can't really do anything in those telescopic gates or whatever, because they need 2 parts.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my guessing. And the cards were showing that there was marriage between 2.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, everyone, for the questions. It's always
Thank you.
I always love what a mixture of questions we end up with.
And I'm always excited to see what the picture will come. It is childish maybe, but to have those pictures sent to me and see what will come, it's exciting. Mm-hmm. It is like putting your hand in the grab bag and guessing what you have.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to feel it and, imagine. The same is with me when I'm closing my eyes and the picture is coming. Sometimes it's longer, sometimes it's shorter, and sometimes it's not easy to understand at all. But it's always exciting. And I'm so thankful to my spirit guide and my angel for letting me to have that adventure and to do those because I'm not stressed out when I'm answering questions. I'm stressed out about everything else, but never about what I will answer, because I'm not planning what I will answer. I don't even think if I will be correct or not. I'm just saying what comes to my mind, and I'm not copying anyone. I'm not checking what others are saying. So it is something that I feel like it's given to me on the nice platter.
Mm-hmm. Especially when I do put you on the spot sometimes.
Well, not only you. When I have a private readings, it's the same way. And I love it. I do love that. Okay, we will have to do our circle of good energy to send our positive energy to people. This time I will ask for protection for my husband. He was 2nd time diagnosed with cancer in December, but we learned 1 month later because the papers were lost, and he had to go for chemo. Eventually, maybe next week he will start his chemo because the delays of the COVID, and we are at the center of the epidemic right now, and he's starting going to the hospital every day for 6 weeks. So hopefully they don't hurt him more, they will help him, and they will find out the point where to hit that. So thank you. I am asking you to help me to pray for him and everyone else who is suffering with the virus or with any lingering symptom from the virus, because there is a big percentage of people, about 20% at least, that are suffering months and months later. And for everyone in India, that those people will be getting better help from the world, and that the rich will think about helping more without being paid for it. Please help everyone who needs your help, and please create the good energy to send to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much.
Thanks everyone for joining us today.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.